In the first experimental design, the objective of our project was to test the biodegradability of detergents by watering a plant.
The variables of the first experiment, as the independent one, the different types of detergent we used to mix them with water and then water the plant with it. As the dependent one, we had the color of the leaves in our chosen plant.
In our first hypothesis, we said that if the water of the detergent with more phosphate is added to the plant, then it will spoil the plant. And if the water of the detergent with the least phosphate is added, then it will not damage the plant.
In the second experimental design, the objective was to test the biodegradability of the shampoo with Raul's hair. And the variables were, as the independent one, the shampoo; as the dependent variable one, the brightness and smoothness of the hair at the end of the experiment. In the second hypothesis, we suppose that if we clean the hair with biodegradable and an ecologic shampoo, then over the 7 days, the hair won't be damaged and it will be a better texture and view.
It is important to remember that detergents are substances containing molecules with hydrophobic and hydrophobic groups that attract and reject water at the same time, with the addition of phosphates and use of petroleum derivatives. Its creation started in 1913, but it still has modifications.
For the plant experiment, the materials we used were three types of detergent: Foca, Costco, and Nace. For a week, we watered a basic plant with 10 milliliters of detergent and 20 milliliters of water. Every day we observed if there were any changes in the color of the leaves.
Now, for the hair experiment, also for a week, one of us washed its hair with 20 milliliters of water at room temperature and 5 milliliters of Garnier Fruits shampoo. Observe if there were changes or if the hair was really clean.
To collect the data, we organized the days we were going to try our experiment, the exact hour so it didn't affect the results. We took a photo every day to register our evidence, and then we made a comparative analysis with the evidence we had collected.
Now, for the data analysis, in this case, we analyzed the data that we collected to know if our hypothesis was refuted or confirmed.
For the plant experiment, as we hadn't proved if each detergent was biodegradable or not, we used a spoon and a container.
For the shampoo, it was necessary to have complete contact with the product, but still, as the safety precaution, the person who did it closed his eyes and applied only the necessary product. But it's safer to use locks of hair instead of using a person.
It's very important to know what kind of materials we're manipulating and what kind of reactions it has to do with environment, like if it is flammable material, if it oxidizes, and with which kind of temperatures can we hold and keep the material safe, levels of pressure, etc.
Another important thing we need to take as a priority is the safety of the people that is manipulating the chemical substances. So it's necessary to have a specialized material and equipment to protect yourself and everyone else.
Third, the chemical products must be stored with extreme precaution and organization to take control of an accident better and quicker. Also, to give the chemical product a separate area so it doesn't have anything external that can provoke an accident. If these steps are ignored, the percentage of serious consequences can arise.
What actions or protocols can be put in place when designing new chemicals that may be effective but harm the environment? To the producers of raw materials like plastic or arsenic, higher taxes will be applied to them. This can help somehow because the companies that use this type of products can change them or decrease their production.
Traffic light will be applied to each cleaning product so people can notice if the product is toxic or not. For this, a stamp will be placed on each cleaning product showing the level of toxicity.
There must be an agreement between the government and the company to replenish resources to double or depending on the resource used.
Doing a general analysis about detergents, we know that they are used on large scale and they are partly responsible for the eutrophication of rivers because of the phosphorus and nitrogen that are in the cleaning products, and they concentrate in the river.
Unfortunately, the law has developed considerably since the 70s. EU rules have been progressively strengthened. Current legislation calls for most of them based on the European Union, an obligation to treat wastewater, a ban on foaming surfactants, facilities for placing biodegradable products on the market, and its biodegradability requirements. All surfactants must degrade more than 60% in 28 days under aerobic conditions.
Also, we have the biodegradability surfactants. This new standard of rapid degradation of the surfactants is a real improvement over previous requirements. However, it can be further improved.
Finally, tests are conducted on each individual component. However, what is required is the biodegradability of the complete product.
Through the whole key activity, I was really shocked about the risks that a lot of non-biodegradable cleaners have in the environment and even in humans. That's why I think it's really important to make a change now, like the actions we propose.
Besides that, there are many and many products, either cleaning or personal hygiene, or many other things that in some way can be harmful to the environment where we found. So I consider that it's extremely important to take this into account when shopping and not simply choose a product that looks more beautiful or better.
For me, there's a need of more education about the products that we use and their consequences for the environment and for us. This way we can all start to make changes.
We need to be aware of what is happening environmentally today. Educate yourself, be the change you want to see. We have had a lot of biodegradable advances in the cleaning industry, but we can have more.